Okay, everyone. So let's start today's session. So look at this question. Question number 11. This is the classic question from the NGPE. Okay, so let's read it. A microscopic particle of rest mass 2m moving with a relativistic speed v along the positive direction of x-axis collides head-on with another particle of mass m moving in the opposite direction with the same speed. As a result of the elastic collision, the two particles coalesce together to form a single particle of rest mass m moving in the same direction as the first particle. The mass capital M is expressed as this. Okay, so there are four options and we have to calculate the correct one. Okay, so listen up. Today we have two particles, right? Now imagine two particles are having a very bad day. Now for the particle A, rest mass is what? Particle A rest mass is 2m, and zooming to the right at the speed v, and for the particle B, the rest mass is m. Okay, and zooming to the left at the same speed v. Right, now they collide head on head. Instead of bouncing off like the civilized billiard balls, they just coalesce, and that's fancy physics talk for they stuck together like we get gum. And our mission, find the rest mass capital M of this new chunky particle. But wait, before you add the 2m plus m and say 3m, just stop. This is special relativity, and in this neighborhood 1 plus 1 does not always equal to 2 because energy has weight. So Einstein is watching you. Okay, now in classical physics the mass is scared, okay, and it is conserved, and relativity, the rest mass is not conserved in the inelastic collisions. Okay, so the kinetic energy that disappears when they stick together actually gets converted into the extra mass for the final particle, and the new particle is literally fatter because it's hot with energy. Now to solve this we need the two pillars of the truth, that is the conservation of the total relativistic energy and second one is the conservation of relativistic momentum. Okay, now let gamma equal to 1 by root over of 1 minus beta square, where beta is v by c. Okay, now let's talk about the push. The initial momentum, that is the pi. The particle 1, for the particle 1, P1 equal to what? Gamma into 2mv, and for the particle 2 it's P2, and that is equal to minus gamma into m into v. Negative because it's a rebel going left. Okay, and P total is what? 2 gamma mv minus gamma mv, that is gamma mv. Right, now the final momentum pf. So the new ball beam is moving at some new velocity capital V, and let its Lorentz factor be t. Okay, so we get pf equal to, yes, so this is capital M. Okay, So this is our equation now. Now the calories, the initial energy E1, sorry EI, that for the particle 1, that is E1, that is gamma into 2m into c square, and for the particle 2, this is E2, that is gamma into m into c square. So E total will be what? 3 gamma mc square, right? And the final energy EF, so the equation number 2 says, so we can say that, okay, so we have two equations now, but we want capital M and that final velocity v, right? So let's use the relativistic invariant. So we get what? We get whole square. Okay, now substitute our final total energy and momentum. So we get what? So let's strip the c to the power 4 from everywhere. So we get that is capital M square, right? So capital M square will be what? So capital M square will be gamma square m square into 9 minus beta square. Okay, now plug in what gamma square actually is. Gamma square is what? 1 by 1 minus beta square. So capital M square will be small m square into 9 minus beta square by 1 minus beta square. Okay, now take the square root. So capital M will be what? M into root over of 9 minus beta square by 1 minus beta square. Okay, now check the option. Option number A. We just wetted a ghost particle. Okay, now if I talk about the L factor, always remind them that gamma is the relativity tax. Okay, and the faster you go, the higher the tax on your mass and time. And don't try to find the final velocity capital V first. It's a trap that wastes the time. So use the invariant mass formula, that is E square minus P square C square. Okay, so this was the whole concept behind this. So see you in the next session with a new question. Till then, bye bye.